We are Team FBI. I am Abhilash.
I'm Dedeep.
I'm Shashidhar Pai.
Our project is automated number plate recognition, and we have chosen the paper automated number plate recognition written by Rajini Bhatt and Bijendra Mehandia. So basically, this paper walks through different stages involved in the recognition of a number plate, and this paper actually basically provides a skeleton for our project. So yeah, the some of the steps involved in the number plate recognition are: first we have to extract the image, so image extraction, then segmenting out the required part, so cropping of the image, and then segmentation of the only required number plate. Then after like we get the number plate, we have to use template matching for getting out the characters in the number plate. So yeah, like why is it you why we have you chosen this paper and where it is used? Basically, now in malls, in toll gates, where they keep a track record of the vehicles entering and vehicles moving out. So this system or pipeline can help them in making the system like taking down manually in an automated manner. So yeah. Project basically identifies the vehicle numbers in Indian country with high accuracy. So basically, in our system we have mounted our camera in such a way that it actually it's facing the front end of the car, and then it is made to focus and to capture the front end of the car and send the captured image for further processing.
I'll walk you guys through the implementation of the system. Let us now dive into the code. This is the first part of our code. We basically chose this image to recognize a number plate region. Now let's go into the next step. The next step for us is to identify the number plate region. What we basically expect the number plate region in Indian cars to be at a particular location. So we crop the image in such a way that we get only that particular location. The next step would be to convert this color image into a grayscale image. After converting the image into a grayscale image, our next step would be to make it a black and white image or a binary image so that we can perform further morphological operations on it. Next, we remove all the connected components which are lesser than 3000 or 3500 depending on the size of the image. This basically removes all the numbers in our number plate region as this is shown by the image. The next step would be to basically subtract this image with the original image so that we get only the number plate, only the digits in the number for further processing. This is the image which we get after removing the all the components lesser than 3500 and then subtracting it with the original image. Now we just have the number plate along with something like those nuts and bolts. So to remove other noises such as nuts and bolts, we again remove all the connected components lesser than 200. This is the image which we get after removing all the connected components lesser than 200. Next, we erode the image so that if more than one character is connected with each other, they may come out. Then we again perform dilation so that the strength of each character is retained, which will help us during template matching. Now we have an image in which we can do the further processing for identification of each and every character or letter in the number plate. To do this, first we use the concept of bounded box to identify and remove each individual character in the number plate. Then we use template matching to match them with a particular character. If it matches with it, we then tell that this is this particular character. For template matching, our database basically has 62 pictures which include all the 10 numbers from 0 to 9 and 52 characters which have 26 uppercase characters, 26 lowercase characters. After this step, basically we get the result as the number of the vehicle, which is KA01MA7172.
Now let's talk about the results, the challenges faced in our project and how we improved the project. We have got 100% accuracy in recognizing the last 4 digits of every number plate. But when it comes to characters, we were not able to recognize few characters, or we have misrecognized few characters, like K is mapped to X and M is mapped to H sometimes. So with for character recognition, our accuracy has dropped to 87%. Now let's get to how we have improved the system. Usually all the number plate recognition systems out there take as an input only the number plate, whereas our project takes as input the picture of the whole car, and then we zero in on the number plate, and then we are able to successfully recognize the characters on the number plate. About the challenges we faced. The first one is there is no standards for number plates in India. So there are a lot of out of the box designer number plates which are very hard to recognize. The second is India is a diverse country, so are its number plates. There are number plates in various languages like Kannada, Tamil, Hindi, which are very hard to recognize. The third thing is a few characters like M and H, which are similar, or 2 and Z, which are similar, may get mismapped or may be recognized wrong, which will degrade the accuracy of our system.
In the end, this was a very nice experience where we had to collect our own data set, had to implement the concepts which we learned in our class to make our project work. So we would like to thank Gauri ma'am for giving us this wonderful opportunity.